is YouTube. Am I live? YouTube, come on. Do it for me. All right, chat, if you could let me know if we're all good on YouTube, that would be bloody lovely. All right, so we're on the traditional kick still, right? We can see and hear you. Beautiful, Ashlyn, thank you. All right, so I've had to rearrange my whole, let me tell you about my week. Holy freak. We've been spending money, people. Posy Drawers, thank you so much. All right, so hopefully you guys can see. So I've got to get the palette cam locked in. So we're working with a bit of oils today. Hack it so it works. All right, beautiful. Ryan, what's going on, my friend? I see ya. Next time you're in Adelaide, you got to pop in. I got something for you. Okay. So let's get the bloody light. All right, so setting up all this bloody traditional stuff, I'll tell you what, it's an absolute pain in the dick, but it's worth it because I want to get better at it. So you may recognize, and this is very annoying here, but it is what it is. If you've seen any recent stuff of mine, where are my paintbrushes gone? I've just placed them down somewhere and I've got no idea where I've put them. Did I put them back? Oh, that's stupid. That's all right, follow me around the studio while we try and find the freaking paintbrushes. Oh, they're right next to me. All right, well, we got this one. Where's the bloody other one? As always, smooth start to the stream. Julia, how we doing? Alfred, great to have you. Sketchy, good to see you. Dandy, first timer. Bloody fantastic. All right, so you're gonna have to forgive me. Because we've got a rogue brush. All right, so I guess we could just use this thicker one. Where in the fuck? How embarrassing. But I mean, I tell you, I've had technical difficulties going all over the place. Where it's gonna turn up, and I'm gonna be like, where's the fucking brush come? Oh well, we're just gonna have to roll with it. It is what it is. Okay, don't want to waste anyone's time. So you may have recognized old mate here from, if I can crack him open in YouTube. So you're gonna have to forgive me, I've been moving a lot of stuff around in the office / studio. Let's move the inception away. So you may recognize this guy. All right, you might recognize him. So that's what I'm trying to replicate in oils at the moment, right? Now, my theory with it all is that the principles are all the same. They're all the same. Light, shadow, and that sort of stuff, depending on the medium, doesn't change. Light's light, color's color. There's just some nuances, I think. Well, that's how I'm approaching it, at least. Because I've been able to get to this point, and I've only ever done like 2 paintings in the past, and that was like 10 years ago. So my theory is that, yeah, light's light, shadow's shadow, and we're going to try and figure out how to get this looking good. This is really frustrating me. I'm sorry if you can't tell. Are you kidding me? It's like it just appeared out of bloody nowhere. All right, so I'm using 2 brushes. It got hidden under the easel. So we got old mate, thin boy, who wants to, come on. It's a new camera as well. We've been spending money this week. Apparently for nothing, because it doesn't bloody autofocus. Hold on. Okay. All right, you're gonna have to trust me, they're brushes, okay? There's a thin one here and there's a thicker one here, right? So we're just using some oils. Limited, is that limited? I don't even know what the palettes are called. But basically what I'm using, can you see here? So we got cerulean blue hue, we've got lemon yellow, and then we're gonna do some digital stuff as well today. All right, so this isn't just gonna be traditional because I wanna like ease this into the content. And we got a bit of the old titanium white. So these are oils, and I really like how oils work. They seem to, like, I don't know, they make more sense to me than gouache, but I still want to do gouache stuff. I've even got an idea for gouache stuff that I'll do like a sketch of, say, like a head, and maybe we do like a sketch of something together, right? After I noodle around on this for maybe like just as a little warm up. And then we'll take a photo of it, bring it into Photoshop, and then do some color over that. That could be fun. That's the plan. Is it going to work out? Who knows? We will see. So, all right, take the bloody Glad wrap off. So yeah, I'm thinking about having these traditional, like painting and drawing and that sort of stuff streams separate in the future, but I was kind of jazzed on this, so I started this last night and I thought it could be interesting because, as I said, the principles are all the same. Light's light, shadow's shadow, and color is color. It's just how you slap them on whatever surface that you're wanting to do. So we've got some like odorless stuff, whatever it's called, I don't even know what it's called, to put the brushes in and whatever. And we got this stuff, which is paint medium. From what I understand, it makes it dry faster, but it also makes it go further. So if you just do the paint straight out the tube, it's just a little bit thick sometimes, like me. Leonardo da All right, let's catch up with chat before we get stuck into it. The setup for traditional seems difficult to work around while streaming. You betcha, yeah, it's a jank situation. If only you could see the other side of this. It's precarious. Renaz, welcome. Orkin, great to have you. Is someone filming? No, that's the auto tracking. How much time do I normally paint? So this one was about a couple of hours to get to this point. Thank you, Ashley. Digital thumb guns, the Pun Pro. LVN, I always stream right when I need it most, Ben, or it just so happens my mood always plummets on Sundays. Avery, great to have you. Okay, let's go. So, talking through my process, let me get up Instagram chat as well so we can... So let me tell you, so I've got a new little camera as well. I'm pretty happy about this one. So with my mate Christian coming over from America, he brought a Lumix S5 and it was phenomenal. All right, just the picture quality and everything. It's freaking awesome. I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. That's cool. I don't really need one. And then he left. And then I got the itch because I want to up my production quality, because I haven't had a 4K camera apart from this one here to do more YouTube stuff and whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll look it up, went and got one. I actually got a fantastic deal, all right? I got the, whatever it was like off the shelf, like the display version. So now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to figure out, this is kind of awkward with like, I've got you guys here. I might figure out the values, right? So what I want to do, let's say half an hour, we'll just play around with this, right? Then we'll do some sketches, whip them into Photoshop, okay? I want to figure out the values. Okay, so that's about that value in the ear right here. So now, one thing from a, what's the word? An efficiency standpoint that you don't really need to think about too much with digital is, once you got like a value that you've mixed up, right? Say this like pink flesh tone. Where else can you use that same value, right? Instead of drying the brush, going and mix another color and then ready going for it again. Where can we use this same value? Which is like a good little practice as well for like kind of visualizing where stuff is, right? Hey, you Plaid, how you doing? And the cool thing is, I don't know if you can see, but I've kind of got like a lot of gradients here. So I'll like start with a base color, and then as I go, I'll lighten it, I'll darken it, I'll add different hues. So it's the same thing that I'm thinking about with digital, is the next sort of value that I'm trying to achieve lighter, or like let's say like the next, what's the word? Like pool of paint, right? Right, that's going to be next to say this ear. Do I want it to be lighter? Do I want it to be darker? Do I want it to be warmer? Do I want it to be cooler? So there's like 4 questions that I'm asking. So I want it to be a bit lighter. So I'll whip in a bit of white. But I don't want too much white because I've just been YouTubing the shit out of this stuff. And you can very easily make stuff go like chalky, I guess you could say, if you just add white. And that's the same with digital. Right, so you can very easily just really flatten out all the colors and like lose all the vibrancy. But what you can do, instead of just going pure white, I'll add some of that yellow in with the white, because yellow has a lighter value. I hope this is making sense, because I've not really like tried to explain my thought process, because I don't really know my thought process, if I'm being completely honest. Now, I should really get the bloody iPad out, so I've got the reference open for me. You guys can... All right, so I've got the reference open, which would be beneficial if you guys could see the reference as well, right? How am I going to do that? Hold on. Uno momento. And the thing I like about the oils is that it doesn't dry like in 2 seconds as well. Just going to screenshot this. Clean shot, whip it open. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so this is, if I throw this into OBS, can you guys see this? Whoa, you bet you can see this. Too much. All right, that one there. And same deal on Instagram, probably. Oh no. Oh no. No. Delete, delete. And then we'll go image, So OBS right before the stream decided just to not work for me at all. I think it's like that's why you don't see the timer on here. All right, so now we've got some context. I'll give it everyone context. And we're back. So, holy frick. Wait, can you see me anymore? Oh, it didn't track me, hold on. Track me again, there we go. All right. So, what was I saying? I'm all over the place. So we've got some context for you, so you know what I'm kind of looking at. Now the proportions are a little off, which is something to think about with this more permanent medium. We don't have the lasso tool. The equivalent of a lasso tool is a bloody knife. Cut it out, move, but that doesn't make any sense, does it? So we've got to really think about our drawing before we sort of lay any of this stuff down. But what I want to do is just really and I'm not blending. I haven't really blended anything. Just like I don't like to do too much with digital. I'm laying down blocks of value where it makes sense. And one way, what I do want to do is I want to come and clean up some of this. So I might get like a whole bunch of white and do a bit of the Lion Decker-esque sort of hatching to really carve in, which could be the equivalent of, what's the word, sort of your lasso tool, going around and cutting out some of the things. You're just using paint to sort of whip that in there, if that makes sense. So, I can't even remember what I was saying. Camera, yeah. So got the camera. Oh, you know what? For a half, I've got this recorded as well. Some of this is recorded because I want to try and do a reel for it, just to see how recording traditional stuff goes. You know, for 30 minutes of recording 80 gig, I've got a setting messed up on it. That doesn't make any sense to me. 80 gig for a half an hour recording. I'm gonna have to one, paint like the frickin' wind to get some sort of recording done, or I've messed up the settings. I'm probably shooting on log at 6K or some bullshit. Will the background stay yellow? I don't know. Avery, thank you so much. Traditional requires more scanning during each step than with digital, I guess. Potentially. You can definitely do, or I think this is really going to help my digital work. 1000%. Ashlyn, question. When you started gaining a lot of followers for your art, how did you handle it? A lot of people suddenly noticed my art on Tumblr, congratulations, and Twitter, congratulations, all at once. And I find it very scary because I never had more than 40-ish likes. What's scary about it? That would be my first question. What's scary about it? What was your goal when you put your art out there? If not, for people to see it. And how I handled it, it was a bloody surprise to me, I tell you what. This whole thing, this whole journey so far has been nuts. I'm just holding on to it and I'm seeing how far we can take it. But yeah, it's weird. It's a weird feeling, because no one ever saw my stuff. 2 years ago, my mum, my dad, my partner, and my sister are about the only ones that really saw anything that I did. And I was cool with it. I was just yeah, this is just fun. I'm just trying to get better just because, you know. I would still be painting, just staying up until bloody 1 a.m, 2 a.m, 3 a.m, just sitting on the couch, just drawing for no other reason than the fun of it. Alfred question, do you have a job as an illustrator or artist in the industry? Sorry if I said it before, I never heard you say it. So I'll say it again for anyone that's new here. I kind of came into this industry through the back door, right? A couple of years ago, I started to share my process online just because, like, I don't know, I was just trying something. And it kind of kicked off, right? And at the time I was full-time with my, oh no, I put it in water. Idiot. Let's move the water jar out of the way. So I've got to move that out the way, and I was wondering why nothing was happening. Okay. Water and oil do not go together. That's better. Oh, look, I can mix my paints now. How fantastic. All right. At the time, I was full-time on my company, which was a software company. But then this started to happen, and I was like, well, look, this is kind of an opportunity that I don't really want to let slip by. So then I used all the tools that I've learned over the last like 10 years with just like content creation and video editing and that sort of stuff that I was learning just for the company, the software company. And I kind of just parlayed that into this kind of stuff. And I just love learning new things as well, so it was just like a challenge. But in doing that, I've had opportunities to work with studios in both, like doing workshops with studios, and working on projects as well. Wasn't my goal with this, and it's still not really my goal. I want to sort of build out my own thing. But if the project comes along and it's cool, it's I've been privileged enough to have those opportunities come by, and that's all just, I don't have a portfolio. It's Instagram. All the opportunities I've had is literally come through Instagram. Does that mean that that's going to be the same for you? Definitely not. You never know. I'm just talking from my experience. But yeah, a lot of the skills that I learned sort of building a software company, that's still going. Francis, the gentleman and my good friend that I do the podcast with, he's still smashing that out, doing fantastically with it. And yeah, just use the skills from that. Marketing as well. Analytics. I love getting nerdy about all the analytics and stuff, where a lot of people don't like that kind of thing. I love it. I think it's fascinating because it's a game. It's a game that can be, it's a skill that you can learn. And if you can parlay it into something where you enjoy making the content, it's such a privilege, you know. So here I'm just looking for, I think I'm being a little bit anemic with the paints. I'm still a little bit shy to sort of get a whole glob of paint, but I think from the research I've been doing, you kind of want to, don't touch the paint. You kind of want to keep the darks a little bit thinner, and as you build up the midtones and the lights, that's what gets thicker. like the thicker paint, and that can sort of give it a cool kind of illusion, I guess. I might zoom in for you so you get a bit more context of exactly, and that's gonna mess with the ISO, isn't it? You scumbag. Let's try that, and let's get this closer. Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm trying to learn this new camera as well, so, oh, apologies. So yeah, that's kind of my story really so far, and what I want to build it into is a massive inspiration for me is actually a 1000. That kind of stuff. Proco is a massive inspiration as well. Sort of like a mix between those two and Jack of the Dust and a whole bunch of other artists. But like, yeah, trying to figure this whole thing out. Okay, so now we're a little bit closer. How's the focus on that? Is that shit or is it just my monitor? That might be better. Oh, I've got the most annoying glare, hold on. So I've gone and bought, there we go, like a bunch of, or just like a couple of arms for the monitors so I can do more of this live stream stuff with traditional without having with having room on my desk. That doesn't really matter because no one can see my desk. But yeah, so that's the sort of background of where we're at so far. I'm shy and a lot of people saw it, so I got nervous. I mean, congratulations. That's awesome. That's so cool. Jam, thank you. Nax, 123, oh, 134, 123. How long have you been drawing for? On and off for most of my life. Again, just for fun. Nothing, quote unquote, professional. What I might, I've got a big, nice bit of, I don't know if you, can you see? Got a nice bit of that pink there. I'm gonna whip that into a similar color that I'm working with, so I'll get a bit of white. Because you can do all this with digital as well. You can color mix like this. You can go light. Is it lighter? Is it darker? Is it warmer? Is it cooler? That's one of the best. Oh, my music stopped, hasn't it? Come on. Now let's have a laugh again and see what Epidemic comes up with. The genre, punk. What's it gonna give me? Don't hide it? Good job. Yeah, actually, don't dwell on it too much. That's good advice, Alfred. B, question, is it better to do gesture, I know that's a typo, but gesture drawings, that's kind of cool. Maybe we like draw some gestures. Gesture drawings on physical paper or digitally, does it even matter? I don't think it matters. Whatever you're comfortable with. Gabilish, finally caught me on live chatting from Nigeria. Oh, man, welcome. Mixter, you absolute legend. Sorry, I missed that. Coming in clutch as always. Thank you so much. Alfred, perfectly, it didn't, yeah. Oh no, I just painted my phone. Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening. Yeah, why is it slightly blurry? Could be. That doesn't make much sense, if you ask me. Oh, that's way better, isn't it? Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, please. Now, I've got to fix these settings, but I hope it's all right. I hope it's enough to get an idea. Do you sketch in public? Nah, but I'm thinking about it though. I'm actually thinking about starting a sketch group here in Adelaide. All right, how do we go with that mix? So now I'm going to start doing thicker paint. All right, so I'm going to change that ISO. Sorry, everyone. I'm just messing around with the tech. No. Yeah, I got to liaise with my tech confidants. I'm fucking struggling right now. But let's be confident and add some of this thicker paint. Right, so I'm kind of trying to do transitions. Like you can see this ear, there's kind of like a gradient. So you got the real like almost subsurface scattery sort of stuff here. But I want to get that transition between colors, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Julia, hey Ben, question. I have a fear I'm trying to overcome, all right, which is posting my art online. Yep. I want to make a new Instagram account, but I don't want to lose all my stuff. I guess I'm also nervous of posting. Why are you creating a new Instagram? Is it because it was more personal stuff and not art related from before? Christian, what's going on, man? Oh, look what I'm using. I can store my head in 80 gigs for half an hour. Get fucked. Yeah, it's more a personal account. Okay, then that's a perfect reason to start an Instagram account, a new one. A beautiful thing I'm finding with traditional is it really forces you to slow down. Make the decisions that make the most sense. And I'm going to see how you've got on his cheek here, that wet paint. I'm going to transition that back down in value. I'm going to put one right next to it. All right, as the light is sort of going down his cheek, it's going to get ever so slightly darker and darker and darker. I might get a little bit of blue, so I want to sort of shift the temperature a little bit as we move these values. So what I want to try and do as well with this palette, I want to get like a bit of glass and then spray paint underneath it, or just have a piece of paper underneath it. It ought to be good if I'd actually match the color that the underpainting is underneath the palette. That would be efficient. So see how I'm sort of like stepping it down? I mean, that actually looks lighter. So let's darken that down a little bit. Thank you very much. Darken it even more. Lessen the value. Whoa, 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 too much. All right, let's see how this goes. Better. All right. We might just make this like a triangle shape of. Christian, it's pretty fucking brutal. The media encoding is essential. Yeah, I've got to do it. I've got 80 gigs with a half an hour thing sitting on the hard drive because I was recording this. And I was like, oh, sick, yeah, let's go and sit down and record it. Thumb guns, yeah, for sure. There's like so many settings in it. I've really got to figure it out. Yayo, love your work. Thank you so much. Thanks for popping in. David Chomsky. Welcome. First time seeing your live stream, Cyclone Dusky. First time seeing your live stream. It's so interesting to see your process. You're one of my biggest inspirations for shapes and color. Oh man, thank you so much. You're too kind. Thanks for popping in. All right, so now I'm just slowly just like going down because you'll soon see if you start like poking at it with the same color and then start moving that out, it doesn't work. You've really got to go back and adjust the values. So now I want to really shift this into more blue territory to match up with his beard on the side here. All right, so I'm trying to make this transition here is a little bit unnatural. I mean, the whole thing's really unnatural. Look at him. But if I can get that feeling a little bit more cohesive, I think that'll be a good idea. Little Doodle Devil, how you doing? David, this is oils. This is the oil. Oh no, wrong, incorrect. Yeah, so I want to even try and do some of those, see how that value is just wrong? It just doesn't make sense there, that I just put down. So let's see if we can make it make sense. We can just keep shifting that little blob of color that we had into more of a purple, I reckon, if I'm looking at the reference. Let's add a little bit of that red in there, not too much, because that, whatever I'm using, I can't even remember the name of it. Permanent alizarin crimson, yeah. It's pretty intense. I don't know what like all the different namings mean, because so you've got like permanent, you've got hue, like that's like yellow, lemon yellow hue. I think that means that it's like the cheaper version. It's like pretty close to like lemon yellow. It's like close enough for what you want probably. David, oh, amazingly bright. Yeah, because what I did is I took what I did last time, like with gouache, and then I went and bought those colors in oils because I like the vibrant colors, you know. It's sort of where, that's the juice right there. It's like, I love it. So see how we just fixed up that edge? What I might actually do, let's stop noodling away on this and let's make some bold, or nervous, some bold thingies. And let's clean up this to show that it's that really hard line. And let's channel a bit of line decker. I'm just gonna get this whole big bunch of white. I might get a bit more whites on the side. White. So I don't really want to cover up all the yellow in the background because I quite like it. It like, I don't know, it just looks cool. So I might use a little bit of medium. I need to find something to put the medium in so then I can just like dab it. I need to get some liquid because of the 2 paintings that I did like 10 years ago, I used liquid, which is a little bit more viscous. All right, so that's gonna help us get a bit of the paint to go a little bit further, I think, and it's gonna help dry it as well. So apparently in like half an hour, this will like tack up, so then you can add more paint on the stuff that you've already painted. So now I'm just gonna go around. See, it's pretty transparent, so let's maybe even warm up this white a little bit. I've got to not worry about it and just put more paint down, I think. That's my issue. All right, so we go, bam. Little Doodle Devil, what's your most expensive painting material you have? Nothing really expensive, I don't think. These are all just like, not very expensive. Like they're $14 a tube, but I think like the tubes will last you forever. Well, not forever, but like a long time. At least for what I'm doing, as I'm learning. What? Yeah, okay, yeah, this is punk rock. My ass. Next. Oh, here we go, it's a stream staple. These songs get stuck in my head. Dollar Tree cadmium yellow. That's it. I've actually got cadmium yellow, I think. I don't know. I got paints that were like 10 years old and they're fine. Like this white is like a decade old and it still works fine. LVN, I had an intrusive thought lately. Uh-oh. If I'd have a chance to choose a way of... Oh, geez. I'd die right after posting another artwork because these moments are always the highest in my life. LVN, that is an intrusive thought, bloody hell. I think if you can take all this stuff, like the posting the art and that kind of thing, it's not that like, now it's a business for me, so it is a little bit more like, oh, gotta figure out the business side of stuff, but if you can take it where it's like, it's not that important. Like it is, but it's not, all at the same time. Cyclone Dusky, go for it. I'd love it if you do that. It would be an honor. Debbie Animations, Space Age Girl Machine, the national anthem, I know. Oh man, how badly I just want to like whip on some Blink-182. You got no idea. But even that, right? Check that. I love it. Fuck, painting's so fun. Like this is just like blocking out so it looks like there's a wall behind him, you know? And let's actually move it on Instagram so you guys can see what's going on. Bloody hell. Is the tracking annoying? I don't know. I'm still trying to find the audio for the Walking Dead song. Look up Walking Dead Epidemic Sound. Now I'm being too precious with it, I just need to lay it down. You can see like the hash, I don't know if you can quite see that, but like the hash marks of the canvas underneath. I want to get rid of that. I really do. Just want to wipe it out. Maybe, I wonder if there's a way to actually prime these so that it's less like canvasy, maybe, I don't know if that's the word. No. There you go. All right, sorry guys, I'm fiddling. Nah, it's not cool. Mute tailcoat, I know. It's bloody crazy, right? Who would have thought? I'm gunning for that, whatever it's, the plaque. By the end of the year, if I can put out some quality YouTube videos, we'll, I reckon we might be able to make it. But yeah, leaving some of that yellow popping through is kind of cool, I guess. LVN, that was rather grim, I know. Debbie Animation, yeah, I got you. No, I appreciate it, Debbie. Thank you. All right, so let's get a lot of this white. No wonder that they sell the tubes of white in like jumbo sizes. All right, so let's come here and just boom. That's better, that's more opaque. They shall. All right, yeah, this is where, okay, this is gonna be hard because I kind of got the camera next to me, but let's see if we can double hand this. And just like, cut in that neck. You can't see it because you got the reference in the way, but I'll move it momentarily. And I want to like make this ear like a little bit smaller as well. So this is like that lasso tool. This white is the lasso tool. And after I do this, I reckon we'll call it for this painting, just for because I want to. And then we'll get going into some digital stuff maybe. Yeah, definitely we will. So that really makes it pop, I reckon, to use the buzziest of buzzwords. Just gonna make it pop. And I think we can cut into that neck as well. You guys on YouTube, let me just move this. Mute Meteklo, that's it. But at the same time, as long as I'm Ashlyn, legend. Still not as good as a filthy plugin. Oh, I know. If only I could just go. But yeah, so the principles of all this traditional stuff, it's the same shit. So like if you guys ever feel like, oh no, traditional is a little bit too, nah, just do it. Get 4 colors, a blue, a red, and a yellow. Google it. I'm not the person to ask just yet. As I get better, maybe I might be. get a white and a black, and then get mixing. Mix those paints to then get your greens, your purples, your oranges, you know what I mean? You can make all like a whole bunch of colors. Like I did this whole thing with those 4 colors. 3, 4. 4 colors, yeah, the blue, the yellow, and the red, and the white. Yeah, no, I'm liking this. Super. How you doing? LVN also, I wonder, what's the key to posting consistently and not burning out? Posting stuff that you're interested in. So I feel like any time that I've felt like, oh, I just don't want to post, and it's when I'm not doing stuff that I'm interested in. Like I'm really excited to like throw a video about this together and talk about the differences between like traditional and digital and that kind of thing, because it's something I'm interested in right now. I'm trying to learn. I almost kind of want to leave it. Saynan, when I say I want to get in traditional art to expand my knowledge, this is the kind of art and style that I'm talking about, in which I want to express myself in. Awesome, go for it. Pick up those paints. Go today. It's Sunday for a lot of you, so depending on what time the shops are open, go today, pick up the bloody paints, get a cheap, this is just a cheap pad, and give it a whirl. It's going to help your digital stuff a million times. Super. Some colors desaturate heavily when mixed. It's also a good idea to get additional colors like purple, which can be more saturated out of the tube versus mixing, depending on your taste though. Definitely. That's why I got myself, I wanted to get quinacridone magenta. I couldn't, but I just got like a normal magenta. You're correct. The CMYK, yeah, so there you go. Cyan, yellow, magenta. Go. Get those paints and have a bloody blast. And use some of your digital work as well as reference. So you're still trying to keep to your like style and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes, I don't know, it could just be me. I could just be, I'm like, there's kind of like, when you say oil painting, there's just like a thing that pops in my head. It's like the traditional, like, your Sargents, your Soroy, like all those kind of things, which I bloody love and I want to study from. But it's like, there's no reason why you can't just like turn it into your own thing. Again, it's the same. Same. Light is light, color is color. Now there's something with his eye that's messed up, but I think I will save that for personal painting sessions. PPSs. All right, look, I reckon I might leave it there. And then I might get my other pad out, do some sketches, whip some really quick, like watered down gouache, take a photo, throw it into Photoshop, and then And this is how I like to learn stuff. Fold it into what I'm currently doing, you know. Prashan, hello Ben. Oh my gosh, it's oils. Eventually Ben will have a traditional copy of every digital piece he makes. Maybe, you never know. All right, so let's get a front on view of this. Can we? There you go, so it's looking cool. Oop. All right. Focus. Do your focus thing. Why is it not focusing? Hello? There you go. So, that one, throw it over there. Okay. Next. Elchi Doodles 010101. You could try messing with the lens. Yeah, it's on autofocus, so I might. Oh, you know what? I was on camera mode the whole freaking time. So maybe video mode is going to be better for like autofocus. Like all the colors are out of whack. But okay, that would have been a lot better, I think. Got to do a quick white balance. Give me 2 secs. WB. That is white. Oh, it's too bright. Okay, hold on. So, sorry, setting white balance, camera stuff. Okay, there we go, look at that. Autofocus works a lot better, I think. Focus on the brush. Focus on my hands. Nah, it's not playing ball. All right, well, anyway, there we go. Good stuff. There we go, whip the ISO down. There we go. All right, cool. Fun. Now, gouache time. Yeah, it could be too close to the lens, definitely. Oh, I had it on the wrong setting the whole time. Of course. All right, so this is what we were doing last stream. Oh, this camera captures the actual look of it really bloody well. All right, so last stream's little gouache play around. What I'm going to do this time, we're going to do maybe some profile views. So whip something up on Pinterest, maybe. Just get a ballpoint pen, because I want to get better at traditional, right? So we've got to practice. Oh, it's getting pretty cold in here. All right. Move the oily stuff away. On the floor you go. Get the gouache stuff. And then get a lid on that, because I will dip it into that. And then we got water. Okay. So what we might try and do is whip open So there should be a link to my Pinterest down below. Let's go. We could even do this. Look at some of these profile. All right, you guys can't even see what I'm doing, so give me a moment. So I've got to add to this traditional one. A screen capture. Pinterest. Yeah, so my apologies with all this. It's it all just decided to not work for me. All right, what have we got? Chrome, Pinterest. That's the one. Okay, now this is what we're going to try and do. Do some profiles. Then I'm going to just do washes. I'm not going to go full into gouache town. Then I'm going to take a photo of it. Then then we're going to whip it into Photoshop and get back into our comfort zone. Okay? Sound good? Okay, ballpoint pen. Oh, actually I want to try, let's find. This could be a fun one to play with. Now, by no means am I confident with the traditional stuff. Let's see if we can get this at a better. Do I just have to do this? I have to bloody straddle the freaking ISO down, down. Oh my lanta, hold on. All right, you're just gonna get the 45 view. I do have an overhead thing, but it's a bit jank, so I don't really wanna. All right, so we're gonna start with, I just gotta do it real sketchy stuff, right? Yeah, the colors are all out of whack with this. I don't know what's going on. But it's going to be, whoa. All right, so we might just do something like this. Knowing that we can potentially fix all this in Photoshop. And we can go back, scurry back into our comfort zones. Can't even see that really well, can you? So this is kind of a spur of the moment thing, so I didn't really have this set up correctly. I just got to draw darker than I think. So the plan here is to just make something that's interesting. All right, it's not going to be like this for very long, so just bear with me. So we're going to start with this. Yeah, you're going to come up with a better so the goal here is to kind of, I think it's going to be the more like the local values or the color variations that we can add with the gouache just to begin with. Yeah, the ear's a little bit too far back, but we're going into Photoshop, so it's fine. So a really sort of sketchy sort of sketch. What a surprise, hey? I see a cool thing, I watch cool thing, I appreciate it. Lichid Doodles. Super, drawing with a pen or a mechanical pencil? Just a straight up blue, oh look at that autofocus, thank you very much. Just a straight up blue pen, just a clicky one. No name, boring one. Nothing fancy. It's almost looking like the June guy. Get a little bit of indication of maybe where I want the shadows to be. Understanding where the plane of the head's gonna be. All right, something like this just to start, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna be precious with it. I'm going to come at, gotta take the plastic thing off before I can paint. All right, so I'm just gonna grab like a wash and just start with that. Some sort of lighter peachy sort of color. Should really be using clean water, but we don't have time. Too many technical fluffing abouts. So that's a cool thing with gouache, right? You can reactivate it. Also seen people do this on like craft paper. So it gives you like a, what's the word? Just like a neutral background to begin with. I'm just going to be quick with it. Add something. It always looks shit in the beginning, like it's digital, traditional, doesn't matter. Same but different. Need a lot more water. This is kind of an experiment, right, to see if I can give myself a cool base, then go into Photoshop with and do something with it. So I evened it out a little bit. Now what I might want to do, get a bit of this magenta. Like it is, whoa, too much. Thank you. That's cool, it's a bit of colour variation, that's what I was after. As soon as you start adding a bit of this colour variation in, it's just like, oof. Pretty good times. Except for when you do stuff like that. Oh, what we're finger painting today. Canvas paper. No, this is watercolor paper now. Super, it was just what I had. The Batgirl, I'm excited to see you color the drawing. Me too. How's it going to turn out? Nobody knows. Right, let's reactivate some of this orange and the magenta. Maybe we can go a little bit of the purple. You're never going to get the opacity back when you reactivate like that, because this is all dry gouache at the moment. But that's fine. I just want washes at the moment. Not really looking at values either. Really just trying to add some color variation in. Something quick and dirty. Now, to contrast all these warm colors, I wouldn't mind in like the shadows having like this blue. Like I'm kind of inventing a light source at the moment. Yeah. So we got some vibrance into that blue in the nose. Kind of like watercolory-ish. Yeah, it's gouache. Super, right on. The best tools we have are the ones we've got exactly. Exactamundo. Yeah, maybe a little bit of shadow on that eye. At the top, a little bit of stuff happening in here would be cool. Don't want to go too far into the modeling of anything. Okay, I think we leave it there. So a little scribble to begin. Or do we leave it there? Yes, Ben, just leave it there. Okay. So, let's take a quick photo. Oh, we can't because I've got no memory space because this, let's just do an iPhone. Let's just, scrappy as anything. Now we need to bump up the saturation and everything for sure. But, gives us a starting point. We change scenes. Appreciate it, Chris. All right, now we're back to Instagram. We will be back in a sec. Okay. Get all this shit out the way. Yeah. This is fun. This is an experiment. Track me. Okay. Let's get the tablet. Let's whip open. Let's move this guy. Oh, it's like coming home after a long holiday. What's in that cup? I've been trying to follow along and I'm still only getting the sketch of the body. Yeah. It's coffee. It is just coffee. Let's add this in. To Photoshop. All right, cool. So now we got some like wicked texture and stuff as well. Really need to mess around with the colors because it's just darkened it up so much. So what I'll do is I'll just do a quick little adjustment. Never done this before. So that was a little closer. It's going to be a really like something like that. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Happy with that. Move this across for you, Instagram. Thank you very much. Okay. Tablet time. How do we use one of these things again? All right. You guys can still hear me and everything, yeah? Is this working? Oh, it's working straight out the gate. Look at that. Okay. Whew. Files up and pressing options, scan new document. Ooh, Cyclone. Very good tip. Thank you very much, because I might be doing more of this. Oh. Got this guy. Okay, so for those that are new, we did a quick little gouache thing, and we're gonna have some fun. Now let's get our reference up. Here, because I'd still like to just have a look at it, you know. Let's add copy that Pinterest to, again, thank you everyone for your patience. Because I had to reset about half an hour before the stream started. I had to reset all of my scenes in OBS. Anyway, doesn't matter, excuses are for scumbags. All right. Hello, old friend. Now, maybe, I can't, how do I, there we go. Diego, I appreciate you, my friend. Cool, so I've got a good base here. So this is the equivalent of, say, going and doing the airbrush and stuff like that. But what I might do is just clean up some of these lines to begin with. Just so we've got a nice little base. Ah, Sam Martin, appreciate you, my friend. Super Trooper, that's an insult to scumbags like me. Oh, I'm there with you. So I insulted myself. All right, so let's, I'd like to keep some of that texture, you know? If we can. If we don't, it is what it is. But it's just giving us a nice little start. Now, because I've got this here, I can just move the chat around. Maybe scooch it up. Okay. Now let's color pick. Oh, we're color picking our colors that we just threw down. It's color pickception. Now, if I was doing this by myself, I might actually even get up like a style reference of sorts. Maybe. If I was like trying to study something, you know. But I've changed the light source a little bit here. Not overly, but little bit. So these are still very like local colors. There's not a whole lot of value going on. There is a little bit in the, if we go black and white mode, it still reads a little bit. It's very mid-tone heavy. It's almost too easy just to whip around colors now. So I want to keep the constraint that I'm learning with traditional, right? Let's model this nose out a little bit. All right, so we think light source coming from the top, okay? A little bit more from the top. Let's mix a little bit of lighter pigment there to indicate that nose. Let's really put this lash in. Super Trooper, that's a good idea actually. Although I don't really know how to use the scopes. If I did, that would be very useful. How's the game coming along? See, this has actually got us pretty far. All right, take note of this. Look at that. Consistency and lighting, right? We look at the eye. It looks cool, it looks cartoony and everything, but as soon, because we've got consistency here with the shadows, we've got consistency here with all the shadows, right? Even though it's like a psychedelic blue, this wouldn't really be happening in real life. Maybe you could kind of tweak it to work like that. Yeah, no, you probably could, something similar. But as soon as you go, boom, oh, boom, 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 right, that really just like sets the eye in to the rest of the face, you know. Very, very quickly. All right, so from our initial gouache to where we're going. It's cool, it's great to, I like this. That's a cool little workflow. Oh hell yeah, man! New video tomorrow. It's all edited. It's all edited. Just rendered it out. Oh, the game itself. I just added moving platforms and some systems that allow me to control them. Hell yeah, man! That's awesome. All right, let's whip out Filthy. Hey. All right, now making that little ledge on the nose there, just increase that value. So now it looks like if we wireframed it, it's just like that kind of deal, right? Sketchy Squirrel, I find that any process that severely limits you, at least at the beginning, always results in better art. Agreed. Going traditional to digital, or starting with a hard round brush with no pressure settings. 1000%. Because again, all this is value and color. And having too many things at your disposal, I think sometimes could really hinder stuff. Owen, that's where we started, my friend. Started with gouache, then scanned it in. Well, scanned it in as in like took a photo with my phone, but yeah, I was waiting for a new person to come in. It's like, what brush did you use? This one. The sketchy screw. Very good point. But it is daunting, right? Like I don't pretend to think it's like, oh yeah, it's just... Compared to just whipping open Photoshop and just going for it. Sun guns. Ah, you're a gem. I'm trying to do more gouache kind of strokes in here as well, which could keep that traditional feel. I'm actually losing it. Why does this man's hair have to be so hard to draw? Does he have enough top rear cranium? Yeah, I don't know. Probably not, but maybe his head just stops there. You never know. Yeah, I want to add some more volume. I was going to do that with some more flyaway hairs, sort of near the endish. Hair is dumb. It was in an accident, potentially. Potentially. Poor bugger. He's got big ears, isn't he? Matthias, how you doing? I'm adding some of this purple in here because you got like the red hair, you got the blue shadows. I think that could be a kind of cool way to show that mixing of color. Sorry, I just lagged there for a second. They do, don't they? Kind of, like, I don't really think about it that much. I just like the opportunity to like sculpt them out, kind of, you know? Like being able to show that, okay, this is like a 3D form. I'm just giving myself a big opportunity to do that. Ah, good to hear it, Matthias. Lighty. Breaks down walling into the stream. I'm late, but I'm here. Great to have you. Let's Drav. Hey Ben, good morning. How do you stream two different layouts in YouTube and Instagram? So I'm using OBS, and I'm using a plugin called Vertical. So if you just look up Vertical OBS plugin, it's free. That's what I use. So then it gives you the option to do that. Still keeping it blocky though, right? Still keeping it all pretty blocky to keep that traditional sort of feeling. So a quick flick back from where we are to where we started. Or from where we started to where we are. Let's have a look. Cyclone, have you got any pointers for the sorts of pieces that are good to include in a portfolio? I don't, to be honest, because I don't have a portfolio and I've never made one. All my stuff is on Instagram, so sorry I can't be of more help with that kind of thing. Never made a portfolio, what a legend. I don't know if that's something to aspire to. Catch you later, super. Good luck on the video for tomorrow. Or whenever you post it. I think you said it's coming out tomorrow, maybe? I don't know, I might be mistaken. Good luck anyway. All right, it's black and white. How's it looking? All right, just modeling this cylinder of a neck. So this is definitely something that could be done with more time with the gouache, for sure. Lighty draws all grayscale too. That's just a Command Y shortcut. Yeah, the car went alright. The car went good. But gave myself a more hefty challenge with oils. So I painted old mate in oils, which was a lot of fun, which I did a little bit on this stream. This one's kind of like towing the line between, oh, hold on, we've got an opportunity for shadow. Cast shadow from the hair onto the ear. Oils, I really like working, I'm enjoying working with oils. I just did it on like a cheap like oil sketch pad sort of thing. They kind of make sense to me. Prashant, it is a Matthew McConaughey shirt. Good spotting. Yeah, it was one of his charity ones. I think it's like Keep Living, I think was his charity. All right. This is really just a study in color, I think. Like I could really push the proportions a lot more if I had thought about this more. Oh, also, check this out. Been doing some screen printing, right? So, screen print, whoa, is that tripping out the camera? It might do, I don't know what it looks like on stream. But screen printing on these, which hello? Hold on. OBS, you scumbag. All right. All right, which turns into the camera sitting on top of it. Oh, This is the plain Jane thing, right? Can you get this out of the way? Get out of here. Oh, yeah, there's a pole in the way. Hold on. All right, so this, it's like the final little touch. Right, the final touch of the packaging. Oh my God. All right, don't mind all this. This is just a test packaging. But bam, baby. I'm freaking stoked. It was missing that. It was missing something of like, just a little bit of, And then I've been working on the envelopes with all the documentation that's going with it. So it's getting really, really close now. Before the end of the month, we're going to be doing pre-sales. Oh, I was stoked with that. It's like, I don't know, it's the same as like if you're doing a painting and it's just starting to come together, you just get like really excited about it. That is what I feel like with this now. Let's go back to this one. Okay. It'd be cool to bring the shadow down here, maybe. I don't know. These envelopes look delicious. Faha, I love the artistic stylized. Wonder how and why you chose that vibrant blue for the shadows and not other blues. Couldn't tell you. It was what was on the palette when I did the initial scribble. I appreciate it, Devi. Ashlyn, what did that camera do to the screen printing? Freaky, yeah, I know. I think it's, I don't know, something about the resolution. Avios, could you explain how to push proportions to get more stylized? I can't wrap my head around it. Very broad question, but what I like to do is kind of not have like a base idea. Say if I'm using a reference, have a base idea, right? Say, okay, I want this guy in this kind of pose. But I think one of the biggest issues that I had was getting too up close and like really trying to follow that reference so like a lot. So let's say like if I wanted just to like knock out his nose, right? And he has like a big honker of a nose. I can just do that because I'm not trying to fit it into anything that I've followed before, right? I can make his ears bigger, I can make his eyes larger, smaller. So starting off with really large, simple shapes helps me a ton. And once you've got that sort of 2D kind of simple shape, let's say we've got this 2D shape of the nose here, then we've got to break it down into 3 dimensions. Right, so when we're painting it, it makes sense, or even just drawing it. So it does make sense on the face. Dazzling heart party. Yeah, it could be like the thin lines. Yeah, it's like half-tone pattern. So yeah, just, I don't know. Probably a setting on the camera, to be honest. funny cube sharp bubbly shape together is far from realistic. Far from realistic. Maybe sloppy. Yeah, it is always perspective. It does come down to that a lot. Now I might want to, let's indulge ourselves and just move in and model some of these shapes in here. Might wrap up the stream in say half an hour. Because I've got to get these boxes complete. I've got to print off all the sketch notes. I've got to print off the art prints. And I think that's it. So we're getting really close because I want to kind of have them all more or less ready for the pre-order. So it should only be a week after the pre-order that they'll start shipping. So I don't want you guys to wait super long. Pinch and curve and exaggeration appeal. Yeah, Ben, I really want to see Draw and Paint Master Chief and the Monsterverse Godzilla someday. Ooh. That could be fun. Yeah. Oh, hold on, give me 2 secs, guys. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Got to take a break. Thank you, guys. I'll be back momentarily. Okay. Hey guys, I've got to head off. I will chat to you guys. Yeah, I gotta bounce. So I will see you next week. Sorry for ending it abruptly.